सैफ अली खान पे हमला किसी बांग्लादेशी ने किया तो उसमें भी ठाकरे और संजय राउत पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं। अरे भैया उन्होंने किया ना, जान लेने का प्रयास किया ना, तो वो है बांग्लादेशी, उसके साथ के सब बांग्लादेशी को हम हिंदुस्तान के बाहर करेंगे ही। तो वो पश्चिम बंगाल से आया, आसाम से, सबको वापस भेजने का काम ये महाराष्ट्र की सरकार को करना है।
देखिए ये नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का विषय है। बांग्लादेशी नहीं, जो भी इस देश में परदेशी नागरिक आते हैं इलीगल तरीके से, उनको निकलना चाहिए। अब तो अमेरिका से 17,000 भारतीय लोगों को निकाल रहे हैं। वो इलीगल नहीं है लेकिन निकाल रहे हैं भारतीय वंश के लोगों को। लेकिन ये जिम्मेदारी देश के गृह मंत्रालय की है। एकनाथ शिंदे का हाथ में कुछ नहीं है, वो एक डिप्टी सीएम है। ये जिम्मेदारी गृह मंत्री की है महाराष्ट्र के, जो देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी है। तो ये जो हमारे सांसद मित्र है, उसने जाकर सबसे पहले मुख्यमंत्री जी को कहना चाहिए और गृह मंत्री केंद्रीय। लेकिन जब चुनाव आता है तो ये मुद्दा आप क्यों उठाते हो?
भारत को बाहर का खतरा नहीं है, भारत को अंदर का खतरा है। घर को डुबोने वाला अंदर का ही होता है, बाहर का नहीं होता। और मैं थक गया लोगों से कहते कहते कि कोई आ नहीं आ सकता जब तक होम मिनिस्ट्री हिंदुस्तान की इजाजत नहीं दे, कोई बस नहीं सकता। किसी ने सुना?
कोई भी घुसपैठिया घुसता है तो उसकी जिम्मेदारी केंद्र सरकार की होती है, बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स की होती है, बीएसएफ की होती है। 5 राज्य हैं जहां से बांग्लादेश की सीमा लगी हुई है। एक पश्चिम बंगाल छोड़ दें तो बाकी मोस्टली भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकारें रही हैं। केंद्र में बीजेपी के पिछले 11 वर्षों से सरकार है। महाराष्ट्र राज्य में 2.5 वर्ष से ज़्यादा समय से बीजेपी और उसके नेतृत्व की सरकार है। अगर बार बार बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठिए निकल रहे हैं जगह जगह से, तो ये किसका फेलियर है? ये पूरी तरह से बीजेपी और केंद्र सरकार का फेलियर है। लेकिन वो अपनी गलती न मानकर उन्हीं के नेता किरीट सोमैया बार बार उन पर ही आरोप लगा रहे हैं कि घुसपैठिए बहुत बड़ी संख्या में है, उन्हें ढूंढा जाना चाहिए। तो कौन ढूंढेगा? विपक्ष ढूंढेगा। आज मिलिंद देवरा ने एक चिट्ठी लिखी है, देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी और केंद्र सरकार मिलकर घुसपैठियों को रोकथाम करे। कौन रोकेगा? विपक्ष रोकेगा कि सरकार रोकेगी? इन लोगों को काम करने की इच्छा नहीं है, इच्छा शक्ति पूरी तरह इनकी समाप्त हो गई है।
Mayuresh, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details on this. Mayuresh, the special investigating team has been constituted by the state government. They are going to be looking into the influx of illegal migrants, specifically from Bangladesh. Now, give us context of this. Why was this done? We're given to understand that Kirit Somaiya petitioned the state government over the number of death certificates and birth certificates that were being given to these illegals, which was ensuring that they became legal citizens of the state.
Absolutely, and this complaint that Kirit Somaiya has raised during the Maharashtra election, and he produced the data because he had gone to many collector office and obtained that data that how many birth and death certificates were issued, and he found out that there is a kind of a discrepancy, and and on the basis of that data he requested the state government that there should be a proper audit. The state government took the cognizance of this particular complaint, and Maharashtra government formed that SIT, and Devendra Fadnavis made the decision that no, henceforth, till the time the SIT is completing their task or their assignment, there will not be any birth or death certificate the collector or the collector's office will issue as of now.
Right, Mayuresh, there's also a demand for a complete audit that's being made from within the Shinde Sena. Milind Deora has also written a letter. He wants not just as far as birth and death certificates are concerned, but an entire audit of how many of these illegals are residing across Maharashtra. Is that something that this SIT would also look into?
Absolutely, SIT will also look into that. Also, that how many people are still residing, and Sunam, just to give our viewers a glimpse that what is happening on the ground. If we talk about the SIT, along with the SIT, Maharashtra ATF, the local police, they are conducting raids at various locations where they have information that illegal migrants are staying. They are verifying their documents, and if they found that they don't have a valid document, then action has been taken. Right now also it is underway in many places. So every day we are hearing 2 to 3 illegal Bangladeshis or people who have come from Bangladesh are facing the action and facing the fine.
Right, so that crackdown is continuing. It's only going to intensify once this SIT completes its probe. Mayuresh, do stay on with us because this entire investigation or this crackdown that has been launched by the state government is a fallout of the attack on actor Saif Ali Khan at his residence 6 days ago. The accused, who was arrested after a manhunt that was launched from the suburbs of Mumbai, from Thane in fact, he is believed to have links with Bangladesh. He's a Bangladeshi national, is what the Mumbai police have come out and said. Today, Saif Ali Khan met with the auto driver who had driven him to Lilavati Hospital in the wee hours of 16th of January when the attack took place. He thanked the auto driver for saving his life, for taking him to the Lilavati Hospital in time. CNN News 18 in fact spoke to that auto driver as well about the conversation that he had with the actor.
जल्द से जल्द ठीक हो जाए और फिर से वो अपने कारोबार में, अपने रोजाना जो काम है उनका, वो फिर से अपने फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में काम करे, ऐसी शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ।
आरोपी है वो बांग्लादेशी पाया गया है,
वो कोई भी हो, किसी को भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे हम, क्योंकि ये मुंबई सुरक्षित रखना, महाराष्ट्र सुरक्षित रखना हमारी सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है। और मुख्यमंत्री महोदय जी ने शुरुआत में ही निर्णय जो लिए हैं और उसके मुताबिक इसका तपास चल रहा है।
संजय जी, कल आपने एक ट्वीट किया, उसमें लिखा कि चाकू लगा, 6 घंटे ऑपरेशन हुए, 2.5 इंच का चाकू का पार्ट अंदर रह गया। सैफ अली खान इतने फिट होके आ रहे, उस पर लेके आप सवाल खड़े कर रहे थे।
ये सारी जानकारी कोई मैंने अपनी तरफ से नहीं दी थी। ये जो डॉक्टरों ने पिछले 4 दिनों में मीडिया में जानकारी दी, उन जानकारियों के आधार पर मैंने कुछ प्रश्न खड़े किए। मैं स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं कि सैफ अली खान के परिवार के प्रति हमारे मन में कोई बुरा भाव नहीं है। हमारे मन में बहुत सिंपैथी उस परिवार को लेकर। वो परिवार सुरक्षित रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि उस परिवार की जो पृष्ठभूमि है बहुत समृद्ध पृष्ठभूमि है और भारत के बड़े बड़े लोगों के, बड़े बड़े परिवारों से जुड़ा हुआ परिवार है ये। लेकिन जिस तरीके से डॉक्टरों ने बताया था कि जब सैफ अली खान पे हमला हुआ तब उनके पीठ में 2.5 इंच का चाकू घुसा हुआ था। फिर और ऑटो वाले ने बताया कि वो लहूलुहान अवस्था में हॉस्पिटल पहुंचे थे और उसका डॉक्टर ने बताया कि 6 घंटे तक उनका ऑपरेशन चला था। उसके बाद 4 दिन के अंदर एक व्यक्ति इतना फिट होकर के हॉस्पिटल से डिस्चार्ज होकर आ सकता है क्या? ये एक निर्दोष प्रश्न है और ये प्रश्न सिर्फ मेरे मन में नहीं है, उस वीडियो को देखने वाले बहुत सारे लोगों के मन में। और इसी प्रश्न से जुड़े हुए जो प्रश्न है कि सचमुच 16 जनवरी की रात हुआ क्या, ये जानने का अधिकार मुंबई के लोगों को है, क्योंकि इस घटना के बाद विपक्ष के लोगों ने जिस तरीके से पूरे मुंबई में कानून और व्यवस्था नष्ट हो गई है और पूरे मुंबई में महाराष्ट्र सरकार फेल हो गई है और जिस तरीके से इस घटना को सलमान खान को जो मिल रही धमकियां हैं उन धमकियों की घटना से जोड़ रहे थे, ऐसे में सचमुच क्या हुआ यह जानने का अधिकार सबको है, पूरे मुंबई को है, पूरे मुंबई के नागरिकों को है। और इस बारे में निश्चित तौर पर पुलिस अपने छानबीन के आधार पर अपना बयान जारी कर सकती है और करना चाहिए, लेकिन साथ साथ इस परिवार को भी सामने आना पड़ेगा।
भजन जी, ये तस्वीर के बारे में बताइए, कहाँ की तस्वीर है, कब की तस्वीर है और किसके साथ ये तस्वीर खींच रहे हो, कौन खींच रहा है ये सब?
जी सर, उनके जितने ज़्यादा जो उनका चाहे उनका पीए हो या कोई भी हो, जो एक लेडी जो वो फोटो मेरा सेल्फी निकाल रही थी। तो मैंने कहा वही एक सपना था कि एक स्टार के साथ आज फोटो खिंचाने का, तो आज वो सपना मेरा पूरा हो गया।
आपको सैफ अली खान की किसने संपर्क किया कि आप हॉस्पिटल आइए, सैफ अली खान मिलने? किसने संपर्क किया?
कि उनका कोई पीए होगा या कोई भी होगा, उनके कोई भी सदस्य जो होंगे, उन्होंने मुझे फ़ोन किया था 12 साढ़े 12 बजे। तो मैंने कहा सर अभी आ जाऊँ, तो बोले नहीं 3 साढ़े 3 बजे तक आना। तो मैं वहाँ पहुँचा 3:45 या 4 बजे तक पहुँचाऊँगा सर।
कौन कौन था वहाँ पे हॉल में? जी,
उनकी मम्मी थी, उन्होंने खुद इंट्रोडक्शन दिया था कि ये मेरी मम्मी है और बाकी उनकी लड़की भी होंगी सारा अली खान, जो नाम से नहीं, मैं इतना कोई पिक्चर भी अभी थोड़ा उम्र के हिसाब से नहीं देख पाता हूँ सर, जो चेहरे से पहचानूँ, जो पुराने एक्टर हैं उनको थोड़ा बहुत जान सकता हूँ सर।
तो जब ये देखिए, आप मुंबई में कितने साल से?
जी मैं तो 15-20 साल से हूँ।
15-20 साल में किसी भी सेलिब्रिटी को इतने नज़दीक से देखा, कितना फोटो खिंचाई?
जी नहीं, अभी तक किसी सेल्फी के साथ यानी कि स्टार के साथ कभी फोटो नहीं खिंचाई सर।
और फोटो खिंचाई स्टार खुद आपको कॉल कर रहे हैं?
जी हाँ, जो भी है अब कर रहे हैं तो मतलब जो भी आप उनका जो वो है उनका फर्ज बनता होगा कि चलो एक बार सेल्फी ले ही लेते सर।
Mayuresh now joins us, getting us the latest on that front. Mayuresh, any details of when Saif Ali Khan's statement would be recorded by the Mumbai Police? Because that's going to be crucial to plug the gaps, plug the holes as far as the entire mystery is.
Absolutely, because as we are saying that Saif Ali Khan is a victim in this case, and his statement holds very much importance in this entire case, because he will be able to tell or give a clear idea about what exactly happened on that particular day. And if police finds any kind of discrepancies between Saif Ali Khan's statement, which he has given, and the statement recorded of witnesses during that time, especially his staff, then certainly they will have some kind of a clue in this matter, and they will investigate that further. So it would be interesting to see that what Saif Ali Khan tells, that how the entire incident unfolds, and how exactly and what exactly happened on that particular day.
Now, in another 2 days is when the custody ends of this particular accused who is believed to be from Bangladesh. That's at least what the Mumbai Police has been saying. Do we have any details of where exactly he disposed of his bloodied clothes on the day of the attack, or the remaining part of the weapon which the police still have not found?
Police is not saying anything on officially, Poonam, on that, but yes, their teams are working on it, and their teams have gone to the same place from where he was basically detained earlier and then shown arrested. That is the area of Hiranandani area of Thane. So Mumbai Police will only be giving the details of this particular case regarding the investigation in front of a judge while asking for his another remand.
Right, so that could happen in another 48 hours. For the moment, Mayuresh, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that front. Now, there are several gaps in this entire story. Those are raising questions. In fact, 5 or 6 days later, we still have more unanswered questions than actually answers to what exactly transpired, what the motive was, and how did this attacker manage to get into the residence of Saif Ali Khan and escape the radar for the next 3 days. We'll keep a track of that and much more here on Nation at 5. For now, a quick break.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, accompanied by the First Lady, Mrs. Melania Trump.
Now, I get to introduce my dear friend and the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. So now the work begins. We won, but now the work begins. We have to bring them home. And as soon as I leave, I'm going to the Oval Office, and we'll be... And to the former hostages with us today, welcome. And welcome home. Some of the folks are former hostages. Not a good situation. The 3 young ladies that came home yesterday, you saw that. More coming home every day now. They're coming home. And you're witnessing the dawn of the golden age of America. That's what it's going to be. We're bringing it back. We're going to bring it back fast. We're going to bring it back fast. So we're going to sign executive orders. First, I'll revoke nearly 80 destructive and radical executive actions of the previous administration, one of the worst administrations in history. Maybe not one of them, the worst. Anybody that would allow millions of people to pour through our borders from jails, prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums. The country's safe. So thank you very much. All over the world, they're emptying their prisons into our country. They're emptying their mental institutions into our country. It stops as of 1 o'clock this afternoon. Okay? It stops. So I'm revoking nearly 80 destructive, radical executive actions of the previous administration. They'll all be null and void within about, 5 minutes? Is that them over there? 5 minutes?
Thank you for staying with us. You're on Nation at 5. Delhi Dangal is heating up. Elections in the national capital are just around the corner. On the 5th of February is when Delhi will vote, and the verdict will be out on the 8th of February. The fight between the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress and the BJP is heating up, with Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party now accusing the Congress party of helping the BJP acting as its B team. Arvind Kejriwal in fact said that the Congress does not want to win these elections at all. All they want to do is ensure that the Aam Aadmi Party does not win, which will only benefit the BJP. Now that's the same allegation that the Congress has made against the Aam Aadmi Party. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi today spoke with BJP Karyakartas and booth level workers in the national capital ahead of elections, and he showed confidence in the BJP's chances of winning the national capital.
कांग्रेस बीजेपी की गोद में जाके बैठ गई है। अब कांग्रेस बीजेपी के साथ मिलके कांग्रेस कोई दिल्ली में सीट जीतने की लड़ाई नहीं लड़ रही। कांग्रेस दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी को हराने के लिए लड़ाई लड़ रही है बीजेपी के साथ मिलके। तो लोकेश जी ने और उनकी पूरी टीम ने कहा बीजेपी बड़ी खतरनाक पार्टी है और बीजेपी देश के लिए खराब पार्टी है, गरीबों के लिए तो खास तौर से बहुत ही खतरनाक पार्टी है। सारे गरीब बैठे हैं यहाँ पे, मैं सारी बहनें बैठी हैं, माताएं बैठी हैं, बहुत खतरनाक पार्टी है। तो इन्होंने कहा अब मैं उस कांग्रेस के साथ नहीं रह सकता जो कि बीजेपी की गोद में जाके बैठ गई है और बीजेपी के इशारे पे काम कर रही है। इनके हिसाब से आम आदमी पार्टी अकेली पार्टी है जो देश के लिए काम कर रही है। बोले इसीलिए मैं 22 साल के बाद आज बड़े दुखी मन से कांग्रेस छोड़ रहा हूं और मुझे खुशी है कि आम आदमी पार्टी ज्वाइन कर रहा हूं। ये मैं इनकी तरफ से बोल रहा हूं।
दिल्ली विधानसभा के अंदर एक ऐसे मुख्यमंत्री हैं जिन्होंने मुख्यमंत्री और अपनी पार्टी इस बात पे बनाई थी कि वो भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ेंगे। पार्टी इसलिए बनाई थी कि भ्रष्टाचार को उजागर करेंगे और उस जमाने में सीएजी की रिपोर्ट्स के आधार के ऊपर कांग्रेस पार्टी के ऊपर भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप लगाते थे। इस वक्त 14 सीएजी की रिपोर्ट्स, 14, एक नहीं दो नहीं 14 सीएजी की रिपोर्ट, एक से एक रिपोर्ट ये कास्टिंग है, एक से एक रिपोर्ट ऐसी है जो कि इतनी भयानक रिपोर्ट है एक से एक, जिसमें भ्रष्टाचार के गंभीर आरोप केजरीवाल सरकार के ऊपर लगाए गए। मैंने ये देखा और पाया 382 करोड़ रुपए का घोटाला केजरीवाल के ऊपर सीधे सीधे इसके अंदर है। 382 करोड़ का घोटाला।
जी, ये आपदा वाले सीएजी की रिपोर्ट दिखा दिखाकर घोषणा करते थे कि कांग्रेस का फलाना नेता भ्रष्टाचारी, फलाना नेता बेईमान है। कागज हाथ में लेके कहते मेरे पास तो टेलीफोन नंबर है, स्विस बैंक का टेलीफोन नंबर है, क्या क्या नाटक करते थे।
जी, आज
सीओजी रिपोर्ट ऑफिशियल आया है। संविधान में कहा गया है कि रिपोर्ट सार्वजनिक करना है, असेंबली में रखना। वो 4 साल से छुपा रहे हैं, दबा रहे हैं। यानी सच से कितना डरते हैं। अपने पापों का हिसाब जब देश की जनता जानेगी आप दिल्ली की जनता को बताएं कि भाजपा सरकार बनते ही सबसे पहले सीएजी की रिपोर्ट को विधानसभा में पेश किया जाएगा, ताकि लोगों को सत्य का सारा सबूत लोगों के हाथ लग जाए।
Anshul, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more perspective on this. Anshul, the fight for Delhi is heating up. Corruption seems to be the main plank, at least as far as the CAG report goes, because both the BJP and the Congress have been talking about it. The Prime Minister spoke about it today. Ajay Makan in a press conference also came out and accused the Arvind Kejriwal government, now the Aam Aadmi Party government, of hiding the truth by hiding that CAG report for so many years.
Well, definitely, this is a big question that the Aam Aadmi Party has to answer, and specifically Arvind Kejriwal has to answer that for the last so many years, why the CAG report was not tabled in the Assembly. Remember, this is a legal procedure that happens year in and year out, where the government has to present the CAG report, in which they have to tell the entire House and through that to the people that how has the government carried out their expenditure. But over the last many years now, the Aam Aadmi Party has not tabled the CAG report, and this has given a lot of ammunition to both the Bharatiya Janata Party as well as the Congress Party to go ahead and attack the Aam Aadmi Party. Remember, before this, the CAG report that has come to the fore regarding the alleged liquor policy scam out here in the national capital, it had very clearly stated that the Aam Aadmi Party, that due to the policy that was brought in by the Aam Aadmi Party, the exchequer had to face a loss of approximately 2.5 thousand crores. And this is another serious allegation that has come to the fore against the Aam Aadmi Party. So yes, somewhere or the other, the BJP and the Congress are hoping that these allegations of corruption will make an inroad amongst the minds of the voters once they go out to press that ballot on the 5th of January. But at this point in time, the Aam Aadmi Party is also trying to stay away from this entire issue of corruption and is focusing on how the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to give a better light to the people of national capital. It remains to be seen on the 8th of February when finally the votes will be counted as to who has been able to convince the people, because on one hand the allegation is that the Aam Aadmi Party is a corrupt party, on the other hand the Aam Aadmi Party maintains that they are working for the people of the national capital and they will continue to work and give facilities to the people of national capital.
Now, Anshul, all parties are wooing the voters of Delhi with whether you call it welfare schemes or freebies. Today, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party came out with a manifesto for the middle class. He also put out certain demands that he wanted the centre to come out and fulfill.
Well, definitely, this is another section that the Aam Aadmi Party is looking to get into, because remember, out here in the national capital, the general perception is that the people who belong to the lower strata of the society, who actually get benefits of these freebies, are core voters of the Aam Aadmi Party, whereas the middle class, especially over the kind of incidences that has happened over the last few years, and especially the flip-flop that has been seen from the Aam Aadmi Party over the last 3 to 4 years, this is something that has created a massive doubt amongst the middle class, and that is the reason why now today Arvind Kejriwal got this report that somewhere or the other the middle class might be parting ways with the Aam Aadmi Party, and that is something that the Aam Aadmi Party can ill afford at this point in time, especially when these elections are so very closely fought. And that is the reason why today we saw that Arvind Kejriwal did this press conference in which he raised all the issues of how middle class is being taxed severely by the central government. The amount of money that the middle class is earning, 50% of it is going in taxes, and even after that there are very little facilities that the middle class is able to enjoy, especially when it comes to giving education to their kids or having a better lifestyle, or for that matter having good medical facilities. All of this is not being given to them, and hence somewhere or the other the Aam Aadmi Party is now trying to make sure that the middle class is wooed right before the elections, because the ground reports that both these parties are picking up at this point in time is that this is a neck-and-neck election, and this is not going to be the elections that we have seen over the last 2 times, where there has been an absolute clear majority that has been given to the Aam Aadmi Party, be it in the number of votes or in the number of seats. This time around it is much closely fought, and each and every vote and each and every section of the society will play a very, very important role in determining who will form the next government in the national capital.
Right, Anshul, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that front. Like you said, it is a closely contested fight and a much heated one. Let's listen into some of those reactions that have poured in.
आज दिल्ली की जनता कहीं ना कहीं आम आदमी पार्टी के इस राज से त्रस्त नजर आती है, चाहे वो गरीबों की पेंशन हो, चाहे वो गरीबों के राशन कार्ड हो, गंदे पानी की जो लगातार सप्लाई की जा रही है। आज हालत ये है कि जो वादे केजरीवाल जी ने बड़े बड़े किए थे, आज उनकी पोल खुल चुकी है। वो अपने आप को बहुत एक सिंपल व्यक्ति, एक साधारण व्यक्ति के रूप में जिस तरीके से प्रस्तुत किया था, लोगों ने उनकी बातों में आकर उनको चुनने का काम किया। लेकिन 10 साल में उन्होंने सिर्फ अपनी तरक्की तो की, लेकिन दिल्ली की हालत बद से बदतर की है। आज कहीं पे भी चले जाइए, आज चाहे झुग्गी झोपड़ियाँ हैं, उनको कहा था कि हम यहीं पर मकान बना कर देंगे, एक व्यक्ति को मकान बना कर दिया नहीं। जो बने हुए हमारे मकान थे उनकी चाबी तक आज उन्होंने नहीं दी। जनता कहीं ना कहीं इनके वादों से पूरी तरीके से एक्सपोज हो चुके हैं और कहीं ना कहीं जो कांग्रेस ने 15 साल राज किया था और उस समय चाहे मेट्रो थी, चाहे अंडर ब्रिजेस थे, चाहे गरीबों के लिए मकान बनाने की बात थी, वो सारी व्यवस्थाएं हमने शीला जी के सरकार के समय में किए थे।
4-5 महीने पहले कांग्रेस के साथ हाथ से हाथ मिलाकर हम दोनों साथ में आकर संविधान बचाएंगे, बीजेपी हराएंगे, मोदी को रुकवाएंगे, ये कहने वाले लोग अब केजरीवाल जी कहते हैं कि ये कांग्रेस जो है ना, ये इसलिए चुनाव लड़ रही है ताकि बीजेपी जीत सके और हम हार जाए। मतलब कि ये स्वीकार रहे हैं कि इन दोनों के बीच में कंपटीशन एक ही वोट बैंक के लिए है। और अगर यही तर्क है तो भाई आप हिमाचल अलग से लड़े थे, आप पंजाब अलग से लड़े थे, आप गुजरात अलग से लड़े थे, तो क्या आम आदमी पार्टी उस समय पर कांग्रेस को हरवाने के लिए लड़ रही थी चुनाव? मतलब कि जब इनको मन होता है तो ये फ्रेंडशिप कर लेते हैं, बेनिफिट उठा लेते हैं, जब इनका मन भर जाता है तो एक दूसरे को गाली देते हैं। ये बिना मिशन विशन के लोग हैं, ये बिना नीति नियत नेतृत्व के लोग हैं। इनके पास केवल एक ही है, अपना एम्बिशन, अपना करप्शन, अपना कंफ्यूजन, अपना डिवीजन, अपना तुष्टीकरण, मोदी के प्रति ऑब्सेशन।
On that note, it's time for a quick break here on this edition of Nation at 5. But news and updates continue on CNN News 18. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, accompanied by the First Lady, Mrs. Melania Trump.
Now, I get to introduce my dear friend and the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. So now the work begins. We won, but now the work begins. We have to bring them home. And as soon as I leave, I'm going to the Oval Office and we'll be... And to the former hostages with us today, welcome. And welcome home. Some of the folks are former hostages. Not a good situation. The 3 young ladies that came home yesterday, you saw that. More coming home every day now. They're coming home. And you're witnessing the dawn of the golden age of America. That's what it's going to be. We're bringing it back. We're going to bring it back fast. We're going to bring it back fast. So we're going to sign executive orders. First, I'll revoke nearly 80 destructive and radical executive actions of the previous administration, one of the worst administrations in history. Maybe not one of them, the worst. Anybody that would allow millions of people to pour through our borders from jails, prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums. The country's safe. So thank you very much. All over the world, they're emptying their prisons into our country. They're emptying their mental institutions into our country. It stops as of 1 o'clock this afternoon. Okay? It stops. So I'm revoking nearly 80 destructive, radical executive actions of the previous administration. They'll all be null and void within about, 5 minutes? Is that them over there? 5 minutes? And next, to gain immediate control of the vast federal, out-of-control bureaucracy, I will implement an immediate regulation freeze which will stop Biden bureaucrats from continuing to regulate. Most of those bureaucrats are being fired. They're gone. Yet. We're not finished yet. We got a long way to go. Next, I'm going to sign a presidential memorandum directing every member of my cabinet to marshal every power.
Welcome back to Nation at 5. Ahead of Delhi elections, there's a massive controversy that's brewing between the central government and the state government here in the Aam Aadmi Party. After a letter was shot off by the Union Ministry of Home Affairs to the Delhi Police over the use of Punjab Police and their vehicles in the security of Arvind Kejriwal. Now the Delhi Police has asked for these vehicles to be withdrawn. This comes at a time when Arvind Kejriwal has been campaigning for the Aam Aadmi Party. MHA has flagged off concerns over the presence of Punjab Police, stating that Arvind Kejriwal is already a protectee by the central government and there is no need for Punjab Police or Punjab Police's vehicles to be a part of his cavalcade. After those instructions came to the fore, the fight between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party only escalated, with Congress too echoing the BJP and the MHA stance, questioning the need for so many Punjab Police officers on security detail for Arvind Kejriwal.
ये बहुत ही शर्मनाक बयान है और ये पंजाबियों की शहादत का अपमान है, सिखों की शहादत का अपमान है, उनकी देशभक्ति का अपमान है। और दिल्ली तो देश की राजधानी, यहां तो हर राज्य के लोगों के नंबर की गाड़ियां होती हैं। मैं दिल्ली के लोगों से यही कहना चाहता हूं कि इस बयान को भूलिएगा नहीं, अपने दिल और दिमाग में याद रखिएगा और 5 तारीख को इस अपमान का बदला लीजिएगा। इसके लिए अमित शाह को माफी मांगनी चाहिए।
देखिए, पंजाब की सारी सरकारी मशीनरी का उपयोग केजरीवाल जी दिल्ली के चुनाव में कर रहे हैं, जो कि नितांत रूप से गलत है। सरकारी मशीनरी का दुरुपयोग करना वो चुनाव के जो मापदंड हैं वो उसके बिल्कुल उसका उल्लंघन है। अरविंद केजरीवाल को समझना चाहिए कि दिल्ली की जमीन खिसक चुकी है, दिल्ली की जनता बहुत ध्यान से इसको देख रही है और भाजपा की सरकार अब बनना तय है।
नहीं, पंजाब के लोग घूम रहे हैं, मेरे पास खुद फोटोग्राफ्स हैं। पंजाब पुलिस के लोग कुछ कैंप्स में कैंपेनिंग कर रहे थे। मैंने भी यहाँ अपने एसएचओ साहब को भी मैंने भेजा है कि इसकी तहकीकात की जाए। और ये बात तो सही है कि इनके बाहर से बहुत से ज़्यादा लोग आकर कर रहे हैं। अब सीसीटीवी कैमरा क्या लग रहा है क्या नहीं लग रहा है, अगर ऐसा है तो ये तो आचार संहिता का उल्लंघन है। इसमें सीधे सीधे एक्शन लेना चाहिए इलेक्शन कमीशन को।
Anshul, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. Anshul, this is a renewed centre versus state fight that seems to be playing out in Delhi over the use of Punjab Police and their vehicles in security detail for Arvind Kejriwal.
Well, definitely this is something that the Aam Aadmi Party is actually trying to turn political, but this is absolutely legal if you see the manner in which the MHA had initially written to the Delhi police that how so many Punjab police personnel are operating out here in the national capital. This should be looked at. And then post that, the Delhi police actually wrote a letter to the Punjab police commissioner asking, basically telling him that each and every time any VVIP who comes to the national capital, either for the purpose to attend the Republic Day parade or to campaign out here in the national capital, they should give prior information to the Delhi police, because this is what the law of the land says, that any police personnel who is on duty and who is coming to a different state for carrying out any sort of work, any sort of operation, he needs to inform the local police in advance, so that the local police could also accompany them and make sure that they are given the best security that is possible. But over the last few months, what has happened is that these informations have not been shared with the Delhi police, which has actually created a massive headache. In fact, the Delhi police at this point in time is also, after sending out these letters, will also try to make sure that if at all any Punjab police personnel is found out here walking on the streets of national capital on official duty without informing the Delhi police, then strict legal action could be taken against them as well. So yes, this controversy is happening out here in the national capital. On one hand, BJP and Congress are claiming that Aam Aadmi Party is using the government machinery in Punjab to influence these elections over here, and this is not only illegal, but this is also against the moral code of conduct if at all any sort of government machinery is allowed to advertise for any or canvas for any particular political party. So this is something that has yet again set the Aam Aadmi Party on the back foot, but Aam Aadmi Party is trying to turn the tables and is claiming that this is an insult of Punjab and every Punjabi who is living in the national capital. So yes, it remains to be seen how will eventually things pan out once the voters go out to press that button on the 5th of February. But before that,
sure, whether this is an electoral issue or not, that's something that the voters will decide, Anshul. But any response from the Punjab police over this, over the MHA now intervening and sending out that letter?
So yes, the Punjab police in fact has replied to the Delhi police. They have said that we continue to inform the Delhi police regarding the security details. And also, remember, the Punjab police had recently written a letter to the Delhi police saying that there is a threat to the life of Arvind Kejriwal from Khalistani groups, and hence the Punjab police would like to give him extra security as well. But then yet again, the question raises about the jurisdiction. How can a police of a different state give protection to a person who is of a different state? This is a big question. And why is the Punjab police so very interested in going ahead and providing that extra layer of security to the former Delhi Chief Minister, even after he has gotten set plus security from the Ministry of Home Affairs? And due to that, more than 60 plus police personnel of the Delhi police are constantly around Arvind Kejriwal, providing him security 24/7. So what is the extra need of this concern that is being shown from the side of the Punjab government is a big question that is being raised at this point in time.
Right, Anshul, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that front. Do keep a track of the developments that transpire between the centre and the state. We'll track that and much more here on this edition of Nation at 5. But for now, a quick pause. Don't go anywhere.
ये है स्कैम।
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, accompanied by the First Lady, Mrs. Melania Trump.
I get to introduce my dear friend and the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. So now the work begins. We won, but now the work begins. We have to bring them home. And as soon as I leave, I'm going to the Oval Office and we'll be... And to the former hostages with us today, welcome. And welcome home. Some of the folks are former hostages. Not a good situation. The three young ladies that came home yesterday, you saw that. More coming home every day now. They're coming home. And you're witnessing the dawn of the golden age of America. That's what it's going to be. We're bringing it back. We're going to bring it back fast. We're going to bring it back fast. So we're going to sign executive orders. First, I'll revoke nearly 80 destructive and
Welcome back to Nation at 5. Donald Trump's first day as the 47th President of the United States was marked with a debate on immigration. He's trying to change that entire landscape as he had promised on his campaign trail. He also said that he would be wanting to put an end to birthright citizenship. He signed an executive order to that effect, but that is a constitutional amendment. It requires consent of not just his executive order, but requires consent from other lawmakers within the country as well. And that seems to have hit a hurdle after 22 American states have decided to sue Donald Trump over his decision to end birthright citizenship. Now, amid that debate, Donald Trump today came out and batted for H-1B visas, which is non-immigrant work visas. Most of Indian techies, especially that are working in the United States, are on an H-1B visa. He said that I'm not against immigration in its whole sense. Legal immigration is something I welcome. H-1B visas have arguments on both sides. That's something that I agree with, is what Donald Trump came out and said.
I like both sides of the argument, but I also like very competent people coming into our country, even if that involves them training and helping other people that may not have the qualifications they do. But I don't want to stop. And I'm not just talking about engineers. I'm talking about people at all levels. We want competent people coming into our country. And HB1, I know the program very well. I use the program. Maitre d's, wine, experts, even waiters, high quality waiters.
It's another important question where it's hard to give you an answer because of the uncertainty of what Trump is going to do on any given point. There's no doubt when we consider the problem of illegal immigration that the problem is severe and needs to be fixed, and Trump's position on that is very popular. What people don't talk about enough is the legal immigration system, which is hopelessly gridlocked. It's very politically difficult to change. My own view is that we should welcome additional immigrants. It's a source of strength for the United States. The visa program is a way to bring people in. They may decide to return to their home country. They may decide to apply for citizenship in the United States. But I think it's a very positive program for the United States. And at some point, we need to find the political will to allow more legal immigration. It's a question of I think the long-range future for the country. It's just important for any sovereign state to say we're going to do it in an orderly fashion, and we're certainly not doing that now.
Is this stance of Donald Trump something that is going to benefit India in the long run? Well, we'll have to wait and watch. Donald Trump, in fact, is going to be in India for the Quad Summit later this year as well. This is something that perhaps would come out then. We'll keep a track of what's transpiring in the United States as Donald Trump 2.0 takes shape and begins. But for now, slipping into a quick break on this edition of Nation at 5. Back in just a few minutes.
States he has now weighed in on the ongoing debate over the H-1B foreign guest workers visa, saying that he preferred both sides of the argument, while also noting that he liked very competent people coming to our country is what he said. He signed an executive order that targets multiple immigration laws, including the long-standing principle of birthright citizenship. Now, this move has sparked intense debate and is expected to face legal challenges. At the heart of the controversy is the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which grants citizenship to all individuals born in the United States. However, Trump's executive order seeks to reinterpret this amendment. It asserts that children born to undocumented parents are not entitled to automatic citizenship. Meanwhile, 22 Democratic-ruled states on Tuesday have taken legal action against the executive order aimed to end a century-old immigration practice. Listen in to what the U.S. President has to say.
I like both sides of the argument, but I also like very competent people coming into our country, even if that involves them training and helping other people that may not have the qualifications they do. But I don't want to stop. And I'm not just talking about engineers. I'm talking about people at all levels. We want competent people coming into our country. And HB1, I know the program very well. I use the program. Maitre d's, wine, experts, even waiters, high quality waiters.
It's another important question where it's hard to give you an answer because of the uncertainty of what Trump is going to do on any given point. There's no doubt when we consider the problem of illegal immigration that the problem is severe and needs to be fixed, and Trump's position on that is very popular. What people don't talk about enough is the legal immigration system, which is hopelessly gridlocked. It's very politically difficult to change. My own view is that we should welcome additional immigrants. It's a source of strength for the United States. The visa program is a way to bring people in. They may decide to return to their home country. They may decide to apply for citizenship in the United States. But I think it's a very positive program for the United States. And at some point, we need to find the political will to allow more legal immigration. It's a question of, I think, the long-range future for the country. It's just important for any sovereign state to say we're going to do it in an orderly fashion, and we're certainly not doing that now.
All right, Siddharth Mishra joins me live on the broadcast. Siddharth, I think at the heart of this entire move is also one moot question. Is Donald Trump now equating illegal immigrants in the United States with the legal ones? And what is this going to mean for H-1B visa holders, especially the ones from India?
Well, that's absolutely right, Akanksha. In fact, there are many aspects to this entire immigration, U.S. immigration policy. In fact, in the run-up to the polls, Akanksha, if you remember, Trump has always spoken about the illegal immigration to U.S. In fact, he has also been against his supporters largely. His voter base is perhaps their demand has always been that there should be a strict policy should be put in place so that the outsiders should not take away the jobs here in United States. So that's what his supporters, his traditional supporters, those who
Thank you for staying with us. We have some news now coming in from Maharashtra. Unfortunate accident that has been reported, railway accident in which 5 to 6 lives have been lost at initial count. That's what we're learning. This was the Pushpak Express. Passengers jumped out of this express near Jalgaon in Maharashtra. That's when another train passing by from the other direction ran them over. That's what we're given to understand, that these passengers were on the track. That's what the Central Zone of Railways has come out and confirmed. Sources within the railways are now confirming that the Karnataka Express, which was coming in from the opposite direction, ran over these passengers that were on the track that had jumped out of the Pushpak Express. What we're also learning is that there were reports that there was a fire that broke out in the Pushpak Express, which is why some of these passengers jumped out of the train to try and save their lives, but unfortunately were run over by the train that was coming in from the other direction. Akash, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. We'll try and reconnect that line. I believe we don't have him just yet, but there is a big mishap, a big tragedy that has been reported from Jalgaon in Maharashtra, where at least 6 lives have been lost at initial count. the situation is currently developing is what we're given to understand, which is why details are just sketchy. But we'll try and get you more information of what exactly transpired. Akash is back with us on the phone line. Akash, what can you tell us? What have you gathered from your sources within the Indian Railways?
Right, so we are learning about this hot axle case where, sometimes this is a technical problem, Poonam, where, sometimes this gives an impression that some sort of fire is there on board. And this happened in this case where Pushpak Express got hot axle case and people thought that it has fire on board, and that's why they tried to jump. Railway sources are confirming that they tried to jump just because they thought that it is fire on board. And at the very same time, the Karnataka Express was passing through and they got ran over. We are still waiting for an official confirmation from Railway as to how many casualties are there, but yet we are learning some sort of serious injuries are there. We are still not confirmed about the numbers. Definitely, an official statement is awaited, but this is very unfortunate where we are learning that, more than 5 to 6 people are badly injured because of the incident where we are learning that there was a technical problem and because of which, people jumped out of the train, and at the very same time, the second train was passing on the other track and they got ran over.
So that's the unfortunate bit that's come in. A hot axle issue is usually when the axle bearings of the train overheat abnormally. Usually what happens is that you see smoke coming out or certain sort of smell that emanates when the ball bearings or the over bearings on the train tires that meet the track eventually give out that kind of smoke, which gives the impression of a fire. Perhaps that's what happened, which caused that panic among these passengers, Akash?
Yes, exactly. It is because of the friction, and it is very common in Indian Railways when, after, for example, if a train is on a long journey from Kashmir to Kanyakumari or from Punjab to, Maharashtra, where from last so many hours it is constantly running at that very time, because of friction, this case can happen, and we are learning about the similar case where now railway sources are confirming that hot axle case happened, and because either some person gave an impression or it was a common understanding that because smoke is coming out, there is some sort of fire on board, and that's when people tried to jump out of the train. They did not know that on the other side of the track there can be a possible movement of some other train, and we are learning that Karnataka Express at the very same time passed from the very same track. It has Bhutawal division of Central Zone very close to Mumbai, in fact the Jalgaon station. And, at the very same time, we are learning that more than 5 to 6 people are badly injured. We are still to receive the confirmation on the number and the casualties because there are reports of several deaths. But yes, officially, it has not been confirmed by railways or the authorities at this point in time, Poonam.
What about operations on that particular line? We're given to understand that the Karnataka Express did run over these 6 people. But what about operations?
At this point in time, we have been...
District Collector of Jalgaon, Ayush Prasad, now joining us on the broadcast. Sir, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. क्या initial जानकारी आप दे सकते हैं हमें exactly हुआ क्या जब ये घटना घटी?
About 15 to 20 minutes ago, there were 2 trains that were crossing each other near Pachora in Jalgaon district of Maharashtra. Some people were on the railway tracks and one of the trains has run over them. That is the initial information that we have. As for initial information, 6 to 8 persons are either injured or have deceased on the spot. And we have activated 3 hospitals. About 8 ambulances have been rushed to the spot. Police, revenue authorities and railway authorities, all of us are rushing to the spot. Some officers have already reached the spot and necessary emergency measures are being taken as per the disaster management protocol.
Sir, if you could confirm to us, so we're given to understand that there was some panic among these passengers, that there was a fire on board the train, which is why they jumped out of the Pushpak Express. Is that something that you can confirm?
That is an initial rumor, but fire incident has not yet been confirmed by other railway authorities or by local officers. There was a rumor that is doing rounds that there was a fire and that is why people tried to jump from one train and they were run over by the other train. That is the initial information that is there, but confirmation is not yet there because this incident is only about 15-20 minutes ago. It was reported to us from the Central Railway Control Room, and accordingly all necessary measures are being taken currently.
If we could get a status of the 2 trains and their operations, sir. Karnataka Express is the one that ran over these people. Has it left past the accident site, or have those operations been halted as well?
I don't think the train has left yet. Railway authorities are there. because there are certain measures that need to be taken. So railway authorities are there. Our officers have also reached, the local officers, the taluka tahsildars and others have reached the spot. Police inspector and sub-divisional officers have reached the spot. I am also rushing to the spot, so I'll also be reaching another 20-25 minutes, and we will take necessary measures immediately.
Ayush Prasad, thank you so much for speaking with us. We'll try and reconnect with you once you're at the spot. If we could get us more details of what exactly transpired. But the district collector of Jalgaon, they're confirming that it looks like there was a rumor of a fire on board that train, which is why some passengers jumped off but ended up being run over by another train that was coming up from the other side. Akash continues to be with us, getting us more details. Akash, so far, even the district collector not confirming whether there have been any fatalities. 5 to 6 people either critically injured or deceased is what we were told.
Exactly, Poonam. In fact, railways have officially come out with 7 to 8 passengers who are badly injured. In fact, railways have not confirmed any sort of death till now, but only authorities would be able to confirm when it is a run over case. So we are assuming that there can be some sort of bad news as far as the condition of passengers is concerned. We are learning that Pushpa Express is very much standing there. Karnataka Express passed by, and I'm also learning that railways officials have altered the operations there on the particular track, and in fact the senior officers, including the DRM of that particular zone, GM of that particular zone, are reaching on the spot, and they will try to shift the injured passengers to the hospital. It is the SOP, and we'll get to know once an official statement is out. Till now, Railways is maintaining that 7 to 8 passengers have been badly injured in this particular incident. It is for the benefit of viewers, Poonam, that this particular case, it has happened in Jalgaon, near Jalgaon, in the central zone of Indian Railways, where we are learning that there was a technical problem, hot axle problem in Pushpak Express, because of which it came to a halt. And at the very same time, people thought of some fire because smoke was coming out of the particular coach. And at that very time, people jumped out of the train. And at the very same time, the Karnataka Express was passing from the other track, and the particular train ran over these passengers. We are learning that 7 to 8 passengers are badly injured at this point in time. We are waiting for some sort of confirmation on death, because it is feared that many people have lost their life. But yes, a statement, an official statement from Railways is still awaited. That will somewhere give us the clarity as to what actually happened at the very spot.
Right, so far, just to recap for the benefit of viewers who are just joining in, so far what we know is that there was an accident near Jalgaon in Maharashtra, where a train, Karnataka Express, moved down 7 to 8 passengers that jumped from another train that was passing by. There were rumors that there was a fire on board the Pushpak Express, which is why these people decided to jump out of the train to try and save their lives. It wasn't a fire at all. What we're given to understand is that it is a hot axle case, which means because of overheating of the ball bearings, when the wheels of the train go over the tracks, there is friction. It looks like there is smoke billowing out, which gives the impression of a fire, but it wasn't a fire at all. That caused panic and rumors of a fire on board the train, and unfortunately these people who jumped out of the train to save their lives ended up getting moved down by the Karnataka Express, which was coming in from the other side. 7 to 8 people have been seriously injured is what we're given to understand. So far, no reports of any fatalities, but we'll keep a track of what transpires. Railways keeping a close watch. The district collector and local administration too rushing to the spot to ensure that all those who are injured are taken to nearby hospitals and get the immediate help that they need. Akash, for the moment, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that front. It is a wrap from my side here on this edition of Nation at 5. Plain Speak coming up next.
Green Lamb Laminates presents CNN News 18 Primetime Studio.
A very good evening. Thanks for staying tuned to CNN News 18. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Kritsween Walia, and we're coming to you live from CNN News 18 Primetime Studio presented by Green Lamb Laminates. We continue to put all our attention to the news that we're tracking from Maharashtra. This is a major train mishap that's been reported at Jalgaon in Maharashtra, and 6 passengers are feared dead. So we're tracking that closely. We want to keep going across to our reporter.